2:32 p.m. on your number one talk station, and this is the Health and Safety Cafe. I want to wish you a happy new year, and I pray that this year will bring to you all your heart desires. My name is Dr. Frederick Unubohai, and like you know, I always tell you, good life. Yes, good life. Nah, sense.
Doctor, you just sounded as if this will be your first time on the radio this year.
Sure, this is my first time on radio this year.
Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't around last week. You remember, right? Yeah,
Wow.
I wasn't around last week.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember? Yeah, I'm back on air. So I'm live on Facebook, I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on Instagram. And just go online and find me, Dr. Fredo Star on Facebook, Dr. Fredo Star Official on Facebook, Dr. Fredo Star on YouTube, Dr. Fredo Star on Instagram. Now, today I want to say something. I think I haven't spoken about this since I've been on radio, and this is the very first time. I think this is the best time to start the year on radio. And there's a problem. There's a very big problem. So, when you're listening to me, I want us to do a heart-to-heart talk. So, charity begins from my own zone as a doctor. There is a problem. I want to share with you a story. So, some time ago, a young doctor was not feeling too well, feeling very sick. So, this patient I needed to see. So, the doctor hospital, and the patient was in the ICU. The doctor attended this patient. The doctor, and somehow, the doctor collapsed in the ICU and was also admitted with the patient in the ICU. And there was panic everywhere. Like, what's happening? And we came around, the ICU, hope he's not dying. And they gave the doctor like 1 week off. The doctor was fine. And then they were blaming this young doctor, like, why did you go to work when you know you were not okay? And that story again was a young doctor too. So was on call for 2 days straight. Let me help you understand something. So the doctor resumed in the morning by 8 a.m. By 4 p.m., the hospital closes, but this doctor did not go home, worked from m at night. So the following morning, 8 a.m., the doctor did not go home, continued working. 4 p.m. again, this doctor did not go home, continued working. The following day, 8 a.m., the doctor did not go home, continued working. 4 p.m. the doctor did not go home the following day. So that's about
3 days.
Yeah, about 3 days. So that's not the story. So this is the story here. So when this doctor was working the second day, another doctor who was also working that night fell ill. So that doctor working 2 days on that night, and the other doctor
Was there a problem at home?
no sick. The doctor fell ill while working at the hospital, so was no longer available. So the other doctor had to cover for his own self that night, his job, and the other doctor. So that was like on the third day. Guess what happened? So this doctor couldn't carry out one of the medical duties on the third day, and he was issued a query. This is a true life story. So when issued a query, so you have to explain why punishment, why shouldn't be punished. And the doctor responded and was like, you even tried working for 3 days, doing your job and someone else's job, and you're still giving query. So in case you don't understand all I said, that doctor the father of that baby came with boys. So this young doctor, because he's a young doctor, was still inside working. So when he was coming out of the ward, he saw that there were guys beating up his senior doctor. So this young doctor ran
Over the baby's death.
over the baby's death. So there was panic everywhere. Now, the reason I'm saying all this, I'm going somewhere today, is I want to ask a very, very important question. Why attack the doctor? Why beat the health workers? Why? That is my question this afternoon. If you understand that um, on the 31st, yes, on the 31st of December 2022, a doctor died in the name of Dr. Ahmed Azaya. He died of Lassa fever. He was operating in the theater and then he collapsed. He was rushed to the hospital and he passed on. Has a wife, has two kids, he has a mother, he died. Now, the funny thing about his story is that he was sick, but he still had to come to work. And he couldn't stay at home because there were just two doctors at the general hospital at Nasarawa State, just two doctors covering a government area of about 150,000 population. Now, the reason I'm painting this picture for every one of us is to understand that almost a week, 40 doctors leave the shores of this nation, about 40, and the few we have are extremely overworked. We are not here to defend the Judas because among every disciple, there's always a Judas. But the ones that are around are extremely overworked, and there's a very high tendency that mistakes will abound. And this new trend of beating up doctors, nurses, and other health workers, I want to say this in the beginning of this year. I'm appealing to everyone listening to me, wherever you are, in whatever capacity you function as. I think we should talk about it and do something about it. Last year, again, a medical doctor was killed. The news went everywhere. Dr. Uyi Iluobe. I was trying to get one of the chairman of the medical association, Nigerian Medical Association around the region, but I couldn't get her to come on board today. He was killed. He was shot in the clinic, and there were so many stories. But the stories we got from the chairman of the NMA Delta says that he had a case, he managed, they didn't want to pay him. Along the line, he got his money. So they called him, there was an emergency, a young lady. So he came to the clinic to see the young lady. Along the line, the lady called, oh, I did the hospital, make una come. So they came and they shot him and died. Now, if we begin to carry out these actions on our health workers, what message are we passing across? This is why I'm asking the question this afternoon. Why attack the doctors? Why do we blame them? Why are we not channeling our anger and our pain to the right sources? You can send your comment on WhatsApp 0809597 5805 0809597 5805. It's painful, but the truth is that the brain drain will affect everybody. No matter how much you have in your bank account, this brain drain will surely affect you. So why have we decided to now carry out this habit? Yeah, it occurs all over the world, we know, but the rate at which it's going right now in this part of the world is at a very high rate that needs to be addressed. It also happened last year, November. A man and his son attacked a medical doctor and a nurse at the Federal Medical Center at Abeokuta. What happened was that they brought in a woman to the hospital and she died, and then they started beating up the doctors. I want to say that no doctor is set out to mismanage a patient. No doctor or even nurse would give out a huge part of their life to get a license, take an oath to save human life, and then will not attend to a patient. I heard a story of a doctor who attended to a patient and died. One of the relatives got out the gun and placed the gun on his head. Well, a part of grief and pain. But these are stuff that we need to address. I have a comment on WhatsApp. If you want to send me a comment, the number is, the phone line is already on. Wow, should we go to the phone line today? Okay, I'll interact with you via phone. The phone number is 0700 993 993. Someone says, okay, no, your comment is not related to what we're talking about today, so I'm not going to go there. Let's take one call. Hello, good afternoon. Sorry, please call back. Okay, we haven't. Yeah, hello, good afternoon. Very well, and you, sir? Yes. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Thank you. So, oh, I thank you. What the name? You didn't give us your name. Jerome. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jerome, for your contribution. Like I said before, among every 12, there is always a Judas. You understand? There's always. So I'm not here to say that we might not or there are no bad eggs, but I want to tell you categorically the number of good doctors supersede the number of bad doctors we have out there. So when we are having this narrative that now doctors are bad, no, trust me, no. The number of good doctors, good nurses far supersede the bad ones out there. Hmm? The phone line is on fire. Wait, let me take one comment on WhatsApp. My heart is broken in pieces hearing all the doctor's story. May God be with you. My name is Adebisi. Adebisi, thank you. Now, when we call, please let's make it very short, quickly, because of time. Hi, good afternoon. Sorry, please call back. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Thank you, Judith, for your contribution. Let's take one more call. Hello, good afternoon. Uh, Good afternoon. Your name, where you calling from? Okay, quickly. Mhm. Yeah, thank you. Before we go back to the phone lines, let me give you another story quickly. I'm sharing my own story. So that I don't look as if I'm talking for other people. Let me say something that happened again. So there was a day I was at work so many years ago. I won't say where the location is. Um, you have no idea. So I was at work that day and I wrote a prescription. I'm saying this. I wrote a prescription for the patient. Now, the patient left in less than 3 minutes. The nurse came back to my office and showed me my own prescription and said, "Doctor, did you write this?" And that was when I told everybody waiting outside to see me. I told them I'm going on break. Now the prescription was very wrong. I was extremely tired. There were people outside waiting to see me. can tell me. They ran all the tests they could run for me in the hospital that day, just to be sure that I got the best. You understand? So you will surely fall sick, but it's not like bad. God forbid. Yeah. But if we don't talk about this, if we begin to beat up our healthcare workers, if we don't channel our angers to the right people to ensure that we have the right equipment, we have the right number of doctors, we have the professionals, not quacks, there'll be problem. Let's go back to WhatsApp quickly. Good afternoon, Nigeria Info. It's unfortunate that people's frustrations are directed at medical personnel. As a matter of fact, our Minister of Health should champion the idea of well-equipped hospitals. Also, our medical personnel should be well remunerated. Chima from Surulere, thank you very much. And Doc, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Let me ask, do people also call on radio stations and talk about how a doctor was amazing, helpful, and understanding? I haven't heard that. Chris, thank you very much. I haven't received a call where someone called on radio and appreciated a doctor or a center for taking care of him or her. The truth is, we are a bunch of reckless, Chris, please. Police, immigration, doctors, mechanics, the citizens, we reflect our society in our individual actions. In life, it's only in bad things we remember and share to the world. One more quickly. Good afternoon. The rot in the Nigerian society has cut across every profession, and that includes the medical field. Our return from the pit must start right, and that is where our leadership comes in. Presido from Lubeju. Thank you, Presido. Let's go to the phone lines and take one or two calls. Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Your name, where are you calling from? Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Perceive. Mm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Time. Individuals, yeah. Thank yeah. Appreciated. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, but we have to go. Sorry, we are out of time. So sorry. Thank you very much. Zainab, how many more seconds do we have?
Less than 2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes. Okay, so on WhatsApp, my heart. Okay, yes, doctors are amazing. I met one that saved my life 15 years ago. They are very good doctors. Okay. Hello, doctor. My name is Dan P from Igondo. Last week, I saved 2 doctors. Today, they wanted to take their phone and beat them up. If this is because I'm a boxer, I had to use my boxing skills to fight 2 of the guys and save the doctors. Just learn to respect the workers. Thank you very much. I think we will extend this conversation.
Yes, I was going to say that we should have a
I think we should, because we're not talking enough about this. Like the last caller said, that the bad ones are spoiling the good ones. And then you signed up for this. Yes, we signed up for this, but trust me, what we're signing up for is taking our lives. Yeah. So let me say that on behalf of all the health workers, we signed up for this to save life. But the life we've signed up to save is about taking our own lives. So what do you want us to do about that? Sincerely, it's taking our life, and we have to go. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Zainab. Like I always say, good life. Follow me on social media, Dr. Fred Dostar. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Hi guys, I have to go.